Okay, so just to calm your nerves a little bit, this is your 306B Algebra 2 course. It does not officially start until next Monday, so you have nothing to worry about. I just went in yesterday and set up the class, so that's probably why. I'm not sure that you should be getting notifications, but if you are, that may be why. So it's officially set up now so that you can begin class on Monday. Um, so you can see up here in the corner, I'm impersonating you just so you can see exactly what you would see when you log in. Um, at the top, you have course materials, diagnostic, and then each of the units. And what I'm assuming you're meaning by the 20 something assignments is that when you go into the content, this is the only place I can find the number 20. Um, I am seeing these numbers here. These mean nothing to you. The only thing you'll see, like this is unit 3, the only required assignment in this section is the unit test. So everything else that's in there is just a way for you to study for the test, because this class is more of an independent class as opposed to I will be teaching material every session. So the sessions will be more of like a tutoring session as opposed to me teaching anything. So the only required assignment is the unit test. You also have 3 attempts on it, so it will automatically take your highest of those 3 attempts. The unit checkpoint going through any of these units, they're all set up identical. The unit checkpoint is extra credit. You can earn up to 3 points of extra credit. So that it looks like in this one, you've already done that. And so you've earned some extra credit already, which is awesome. This 3.02 is not required. This is just if you want to review right triangle trig prior to taking the test. This is where you could find examples and practice problems. Again, 3.03, not required, but this is where you can find some examples and some practice problems if you would like to before you take the test. Same thing with 3.04. Again, not required, but just extra practice if you would like prior to taking the test. So I leave it wide open, so it's kind of like having your book always sitting next to you, and you can open it whenever you want. So that's why you may be seeing that information. 3.05, this is the test. So this test, you can see here, it's due November 29th, not until the 29th. It looks like you already did it, which is awesome. That means you're super ahead. It's not due until November 29th. I opened it up yesterday. And then the class ends January 31st. So that's what that information is for you. You're mainly just worried about these unit tests that are at the bottom of each unit. So when you go into unit 2, it's going to look identical to this. Let me go to unit 2 just to show you. Here's unit 2, looks identical. Looks like you already did the checkpoint, so you got some extra credit. If you scroll down, this is just if you want to practice prior to taking the test. Again, not required. You took the unit test already. Again, you're super ahead, so that's awesome. It's not due until November 22nd, so you don't have to worry about it until then. But it looks like you already did it, so you really don't have to worry about it ever again. So that's how each of these units is set up on the right-hand side. The only required assignment is this one at the bottom, the unit test, and the final exam, obviously. So if I go into your grades, okay, if I go into your grades, you're doing amazing. Unit 1, you've already finished. Unit 2, you've got 111%. Unit 3, Unit 4, it looks like you've got to Unit 4. You do not have to do this Unit 4 until December. So please, please, please just slow down and don't worry too much, okay? So these are all the assignments that you're going to need to do. The only thing you need to do is what's listed here, the unit test, the unit test, the unit test, the unit test. Everything else is just a form of a way for you to study for that unit test. So don't worry about doing all that crazy stuff. You're doing way more than you need to. And if I go to the class home again, you'll see on the right-hand side here, or I'm sorry, the left-hand side, you can see your upcoming events. So I just want you to have the diagnostic done by November 8th, which is next Friday. Then the next thing that is due, November 15th, Unit 1 is due. You already have it done, so you're good. You don't have to do anything else. November 22nd, Unit 2 is due. You've already done that. The only thing you have to do in there are the tests. You do not have to go through all those lessons. And then you can see scrolling more, you could go and look through it that way. We have sessions you can see here in the middle for credit recovery, Monday through Friday. The class sessions aren't typical class sessions like your other sessions. They are simply tutoring sessions. So you come in, got questions on, let's say you already did this, but if you had questions on logarithms, we could talk about logarithms for a little bit and figure out what you're struggling with so that you do better on the test. So that's what those sessions are used for. In the middle here, here's our announcement. Our class does not begin until November 4th. Please complete the diagnostic, which you've already done. Our first required session will be Tuesday, November 12th. All other sessions during the week are optional. This is how it will be every week. Tuesdays are required, the rest of the days are completely optional. And Tuesdays are only 15 minutes long. So to summarize, you are super ahead. You will never get this progress to say 100%. Because you're only required to do the tests, you will never get that progress to say 100%. So don't worry about the progress. Just worry that your grade stays above a 59.5%, which it sounds like you're an amazing student, so that won't be a problem. And I'm glad you're super motivated, but please, please, please do not stress about all those content numbers. The only thing you have to do are those tests. So there are a total of 10, I believe, 10 assignments overall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are a total of 9 assignments for the course, and that's it. So don't stress too much over all that other stuff. You're doing way more than you need to, so just take a breather. Know that really, I don't need you to really do anything until December. But the sooner you get it done, the sooner you're done with the class. Everything is wide open. So if you wanted to take the exam even next week already, because you got that far, you totally could and just be done with the class. So it's kind of a, I don't want to say free reign, but kind of a free reign type of class. You can kind of do your own thing at your own pace, in your own order, whatever works for you. So, and then I'm just here to support you and help you and get you through the material to make sure you pass. So hopefully that clarifies it for you. And if it doesn't, please, please, please let me know what questions you have. After tomorrow at 4 p.m., I will be out of town for a week. And so if it's a question that comes up next week, I will get to it, but not until after November 8th. So if you have questions in the meantime, today or tomorrow, let me know. But hopefully this video helps you out a little bit. See you in a couple weeks.